Good morning, Cullman. Thank you for joining us on Cullman Today. I'm your host, Christine Wiggins, and today is Thursday, February 27th. Coming up on Cullman Today, a local DOGE closure, Hanceville Town Hall tonight, and the annual Captain Underpants Drive. All of this plus sports, weather, and more. Now let's take a closer look at the top stories happening in Cullman today. According to the Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE, the U.S. Social Security Administration office in Cullman County has been closed. DOGE claims that with the Cullman office's annual lease cost of close to $181,000, the closure is expected to save taxpayers a total of $512,221. The decision is said to be part of a broader initiative to streamline government services, though it raises questions about the long-term impact on residents who rely on in-person assistance. DOGE has been systematically reducing the federal workforce across various agencies. Tasked with streamlining operations and cutting costs, the agency is led by Elon Musk, the richest man in the world, a tech mogul, and a major donor to President Donald Trump's campaign. The agency's approach has been aggressive, with decisions about layoffs appearing to be made without careful consideration of their potential impacts. This was particularly apparent when employees responsible for critical areas such as nuclear weapons and bird flu research were let go, only for the agency to later scramble to rehire some of them. As of now, there has been no official confirmation or statement from the Cullman County office regarding its closure, though the location is still listed on the official DOGE website at doge.gov. The city government and police department of Hanceville made national news recently following the arrest in mid-February of over half the small police force. The police department, though, has for 3 years faced a federal lawsuit over the conduct of its officers, and the plaintiff in that case recently updated his complaint by entering the current controversy as evidence. Additionally, the city was targeted in a lawsuit filed by the former police department evidence custodian following the death of a Hanceville dispatcher, Michael Willingham, in his office at the combined police headquarters and Hanceville City Hall complex. Willingham's death led the State Bureau of Investigation to look into the Hanceville Police Department. The death was declared accidental and no one has been charged, but a 2025 grand jury would find that conditions at the Hanceville Police Department led to the death. Following the state's review, a Cullman County grand jury handed down a litany of charges against 5 Hanceville Police Department officers, including the chief and one officer's wife, on Friday, February 14th. The grand jury also issued several findings and recommendations, including abolishing the Hanceville Police Department. On February 20th, the mayor of Hanceville placed all employees of Hanceville Police Department on administrative leave and announced that the Cullman County Sheriff's Office would temporarily provide all law enforcement services in the Hanceville Police jurisdiction. Tonight's town hall meeting to discuss and address the future of the police department will begin at 5 o'clock at City Hall and is open to the public. And now, on a much lighter note, Kurt's Closet is hosting its annual Captain Underpants Drive. Annabelle Howes has the story.
Kurt's Closet is a beloved local nonprofit organization that provides children ages 19 and under free clothing, shoes, accessories, and other basic needs. Currently, they are hosting their annual Captain Underpants Drive to assist in the collecting of new underwear for the children who shop at Kurt's Closet, as well as engage the city and county schools with the organization's mission. Children all across Cullman have the opportunity to sign up and collect for the drive, and at each school, the class that brings in the most will receive a party in the highly coveted Underpants Award. This drive gives young children the opportunity to become superheroes in their community. Administration Director Lauren Roden speaks on why it's important that the schools participate in the event as well as the community response.
think it's really important for kids to understand the importance of giving back to their community and having that engagement in their community and to, care about others. And I think it is just a really fun and, age-appropriate way to engage kids in community service. We're blessed that Cullman supports us in everything that we do, always just amazed and, just so proud of the way that whatever we say we need, folks are really quick to just jump on and help us however they can. So it's always really exciting to see the enthusiasm that folks have for everything that we do, especially the Captain Underpants Drive.
Cullman is a very blessed town to have such a loving organization that cares for our children and families in need. This has been Annabelle Howes with Cullman Today.
And those are the top stories for today. Coming up, 3-point shooting propels number 6 Alabama past number 24 Mississippi State. Sports is next. Welcome back. In today's sports segment, let's get an update on the latest Crimson Tide basketball news. The 6th-ranked Alabama men's basketball team put together a prolific 3-point shooting performance to race past Mississippi State 111-73 Tuesday night at Cullman Coliseum. The Crimson Tide made a season-high 22 three-pointers in the win, leading to Alabama's largest margin of victory this season. Alabama's 22 three-pointers is the second highest single-game total in program history and the most since the Tide made 23 three-pointers against LSU in 2021. Chris Youngblood led the Crimson Tide shooting efforts, hitting 7 of 11 shots from beyond the arc and scoring a season-high 27 points. Mark Sears posted his second double-double of the season with 21 points and a team-high 10 assists. Alabama's 38-point victory is the second largest margin of victory over Mississippi State in program history, and it was the Tide's 8th consecutive win over the Bulldogs. The Tide finished 22 made threes in the win, and it was the 24th time that Alabama has made 15 or more three-pointers in a single game since the beginning of the 2020 season. 22 threes were also the most for the Tide in a win over an AP-ranked team in program history, and the 53 first-half points are the most scored at home in a first half during conference play this season. Alabama surpassed 100 points for the 7th time this season and the 97th time in program history. The Tide held the Bulldogs to 27 points in the first half, its second fewest allowed all season. With Tuesday's performance, Youngblood totaled 50 points on 14 of 21 shooting from deep in 2 contests against Mississippi State this season. Mark Sears and Youngblood combined for 12 three-pointers, marking the first time in conference play Alabama has had 2 players make 5+ threes in the same game. Alabama will close out this week's slate on the road against number 5 Tennessee on Saturday. Tip-off is set for 3 p.m. and will be televised on ESPN. And that wraps up sports for today. After the break, we'll bring you 4 stories in under 4 minutes, including Alabama State Park beaches and a senior spotlight. Welcome back. Now it's time to speed things up with a news rundown. 4 stories in under 4 minutes. Deacon Pete Nacetta is celebrating his retirement from Sacred Heart of Jesus Catholic Church in Cullman and St. Boniface Church in Hanceville. Ordained as a deacon in 2013, he served as the Hispanic liaison to the Hanceville Church. Deacons in the Catholic Church serve as assistants to the pastors and ministers of various congregations. Pete said he will continue to assist in whatever ways needed for both parishes and their members, although he will no longer be assigned any liturgical duties. This week's St. Bernard Prep Spotlight goes to Abby McBride. A dedicated student athlete, McBride ranks among the top 5 students in her senior class, balancing a rigorous academic schedule that includes advanced placement courses in English, government, calculus, and literature. She has also served as vice president of her senior class. She has received all area volleyball honors and achieved a second-place finish in hurdles at the Alabama State track meet. In addition to her school team participation, she plays travel volleyball with Premier Volleyball Club. McBride works during the summer at the Cullman Wellness and Aquatic Center in Wildwater as a swim instructor and lifeguard, and also babysits for local families. Family is at the heart of McBride's life, and she is the second of 5 children in the McBride family to attend St. Bernard. McBride recently signed a volleyball scholarship to play for Bevel State College in Fayette and plans to pursue a degree in exercise science and nutrition while continuing her athletic career at the collegiate level. Spring breakers often flock to beaches along the Alabama Gulf Coast in search of sand and sun, landing them on the sugar white beaches of Gulf State Park and Gulf Shores. Alabama State Parks Director Matthew Capps says you don't have to go all the way to the Gulf Coast to enjoy a beach at a state park in Alabama. Oak Mountain State Park offers 2 beaches, and there's the beach at Lake Gunnersville State Park, the sandy beach at Joe Wheeler State Park, and at Wind Creek State Park in Alexander City. Stunning views, campgrounds, activities, and lodging are available, something that fits just about every preference and price point. Reservations to all state parks can be made online at alapark.com. Strawberry producers will have the opportunity to gain valuable insights at the upcoming strawberry production meeting on Tuesday, March 4th from 9 to 2 p.m. at Camp Meadowbrook in Cullman. This free event, hosted by Alabama Extension, will cover key industry topics. The meeting will also feature a Q&A panel with experienced strawberry producers. Although the event is free, registration is required by Friday, February 28th. A complimentary lunch will be provided for registered participants. You can register at www.aces.edu under events. And that's our 4 stories in under 4 minutes. Now for a quick break before we look at the weather ahead and pay our respects with obituaries. I'll be right back after this message.
Step into Cullman, where local heroes and community spirit shine. Introducing Community Matters Magazine from the Cullman Tribune, your guide to inspiring tales and community spirit. Celebrate our local champions and dive into the festivities at Christ Kindle Market. Feel the season's cheer and discover stories that inspire. Community Matters Magazine. Connect with your community. Find your free issue at these locations or download a copy online.
Let's take a moment to pause and remember those who have lost their lives this week as we turn to obituaries. Herbert Jr. Guthrie, 69, of Hanceville, passed away on Tuesday, February 25th. Funeral services will be at 10 a.m. on Saturday, March 1st at Hanceville Funeral Home Chapel. Burial will follow the service at Hopewell Cemetery. The family will welcome friends for visitation on Friday, February 28th at Hanceville Funeral Home from 6 to 9 p.m. Brandon Dwayne Paris passed away on Saturday, February 22nd. A celebration of life will be held on Saturday, March 8th from 3 to 7 p.m. at the South Vinemont Community Center. William Harold Oden II passed away on Monday, February 24th. Visitation will be held today from 1 to 2 p.m. at Moss Service Funeral Home Chapel. A graveside memorial service will be held at 2:30 p.m. at Cullman City Cemetery. Our thoughts and prayers go out to their friends and families. Now let's take a moment to look ahead at your weather forecast. We'll see mostly cloudy skies this morning, gradually becoming sunny with a high near 63. Tonight, clear with a low around 38. Friday, you can expect sun with a high near 66 and clear skies at night with a low around 46. That wraps up today's edition of Cullman Today. Thank you for sharing your morning with us, and remember to stay connected by following us on social media and visiting CullmanTribune.com for the latest from our community. We'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning at 6:30. I'm Christine Wiggins with Cullman Today. Have a great day, Cullman.